So once again, I say the NFL reigns supreme. We talk about football, Americano. We talk about soccer. We talk about tennis. We talk about golf. We talk about baseball, basketball, etc. But once again, football reigns supreme with the third most watched television show in history, with an estimate of 113 million people watching. Of course, Rihanna topped that in halftime. Topped that at halftime, which I think it got to 118. Now, I will say this. Is a slight increase from last year, which was 112.3 million average viewers for a Super Bowl last year. And the way NFL did was pretty solid. The show that has the most, not including streaming, most most viewed most viewed show in history is actually the game between the Patriots and Seattle, the 2015 Super Bowl. And then after that, it's between the Patriots and Atlanta with 113 and the 114 for the Seattle. So New England, Seattle, 114, Atlanta, 113, and then of course 113 million for this year's Super Bowl. So 2004, 2015, 2017, 2022, the most watched games and most watched show in history. So. Yeah, I mean, you whenever you break that record, it's insane. And now, the numbers are by two credible sources. So by Nielsen, Fast National Data, and Adobe Analytics. If I knows who Nielsen is a marketing data company. They do quite a bit when it comes to just understanding data, looking at data. They give fast results as well too. Now pairing with Adobe Analytics as well too, because the streams you think you have to include streaming, right? Which is not just television watched, and now the game is more accessible more than ever. The Los Angeles Rams victory of the Cincinnati Bengals so that the Bengals and the Rams game Super Bowl last year was broadcasted by NBC, Telemundo, and streamed on Peacock and NFL digital sites. So other sites that NFL has a partner with. According to Adobe Analytics, this year's digital feeds averaged a Super Bowl record of 7 million streams, an 18% increase over last year. 6 million, and more than doubled Fox's last Super Bowl in 2020, 3.4 million. So you see people are watching. I watched the game through Fox streaming. Streaming is a lot more prevalent now with cable. As opposed to people in cable, people want more of that bespoke experience with streaming. So we see that consistently. Now I will say this. Rihanna's halftime show averaged 118 million viewers, making it the second most watched show in Super Bowl history. Katy Perry's performance holds the top. I'm not sure why. I never watched it. 121 million. The Spanish language audience average for the game was 951, a record for most watched Super Bowl in Spanish language cable television history. Of course, Isaiah Pacheco being there is a big thing, but also the NFL really kind of pushed that the South American flag football leagues, Mexican flag football league. So now they're tapping into those viewers, right, from the South. The Spanish language number is down from last year. Record 1 million on Telemundo. Unlike Fox Deportes had broadcast affiliates in 90 markets. So they're expanding it, right? We talked about this being the most betted game, right? So if Sunday's number can bet better than last year, it can mark blah blah blah. So what we're seeing is this. There was a primary brand to go Super Bowl. You said there were all sorts of brands from alcohol. So yeah, no one really watched I had to say I didn't really see a commercial. I don't really care about the commercials. I think commercials are a distant thing. Of course, with streaming and then kind of targeting like now that targeted specific ads on ad websites. Depending on who you watch it with. Which is funny. Fox also said that 15.5 million people watched the season premiere of Gordon Ramsay competition show. So was Next Level Chef following the game? The spot after the Super Bowl is usually the most coveted time slot on television. Now the thing is, because that means people are really just watching I didn't watch the ceremony. So people watch the ceremony and then boom, it turns to local channels or whoever they want to stream with the information from. But then it goes to the show, Gordon Ramsay's show. So people just kind of probably had that on. They were may not even watching it. They were leaving it. It was on while people left. So, yeah. Once again, NFL reigns supreme, and said Super Bowl on pace to be the third most watched, 113 viewers. So they're still getting information, analytics to figure out what it is. But excited for the Super Bowl. They could have got more if they did not call that holding penalty. Imagine how many viewers they would have got if Jalen Hurts had an opportunity to drive down the field. So think about it, NFL. Think about it. I know you want your poster boy, Mahomes, to do well. So, but this is what you guys get. You could have set a record.